Today's message is for those of you who will be turning 18 at the end of this year. It's unimaginable what you've lived through. The term Google is now part of your vocabulary, as it is mine. But I didn't grow up with a computer. As a matter of fact, when I was young, I had a black and white television. We didn't have 4K, HDMI, and all these new words that you're familiar with. No, we grew up in a tug of war between what was hopeful and what was destructive. I saw a man go out into space and orbit the Earth, John Glenn. I saw men land on the moon and plant an American flag. It was the most exciting thing. It was in July, a summer month when I was at camp, holding onto a pole, barely able to stay awake and watch this little tiny television in black and white. Yes, black and white. But you know, when I was 10 years old and I was living in Iowa, I was in the gym and I was climbing a rope. And all of a sudden, we had an announcement from the principal of the school. Wherever you are, stop what you're doing and come to attention. I never really understood what that meant until we stood there. I climbed down the rope and I was 10 years old, and they told me that our president, John F. Kennedy, was assassinated. I can still feel that moment. It's amazing how we feel those terrible moments that happen to us, sometimes even more so than the great things that happen. I grew up between Martin Luther King having a dream and watching Robert Kennedy, Martin Luther King, John Kennedy assassinated before my eyes on television. We were part of these terrible things, but we were also part of the wonderful things that we saw over the years. And so what are you looking at? What are you seeing? You're seeing an iPod. You're seeing the ability to talk to people through FaceTime, through Skype, and all these other terms, with people around the world. Well, I decided to take my childhood and bring it closer to yours. You're going to be here, God willing, a lot longer than I am. But I want this world to be a better place for you than it was for me growing up. I want to see peace in the world. My destination is peace. As the CEO and founder of Destination Peace, it is my dream to have you at 18 years of age, your parents, grandparents, your neighborhoods, your families, the state you live in, the country you live in, and the world, and maybe even one day on the moon. But I want peace in this world. We keep landing on planets that we can't even breathe on. And it's quiet there. I want to bring that solitude back to Earth, where we can breathe freely, live freely. We need you. We need you to be emissaries of peace. Join us at Destination Peace. And happy birthday.